Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be. I am Janet Weissman, and I am here with
Carlos Felipe.
And we are here for episode 23 of I Am Practically Spiritual podcast. And today's episode, we are grateful, again, is sponsored by the Love Ladders. And it is a collection of jewelry and small sculptural works where every piece shines as a reminder of love's true presence. We're also grateful for the support of the Forgiveness Piece, a sculptural project devoted to forgiveness. And we invite you to visit theloveladders.com and theforgivenesspiece.com in order to discover the very many ways to express being practically spiritual. And be sure to use that coupon code, spiritual, all caps, to receive a 25% discount. And I didn't remind you last week, but Father's Day isn't here yet, and these are gender-neutral pieces of work of sculpture or jewelry, so check it out. And welcome to episode 23. So we hope you listened to last week's episode on YouTube. And remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Important, yes.
Very important. And we truly would love, to reach a wider audience. We find this week's lessons to be very comforting, filled with blessings, and again reminding us we are truly as God created us. We are coming closer to the completion of part 1 of the workbook. I'll be saying that for the next few weeks because we're on that journey there. And this is the task of clearing our minds of the ego-centered ideas. And it's very important. So let's begin this week's Holy Thoughts. Lesson 156, I walk with God in perfect holiness. We ended last week with, as I step back so God can lead the way. So we join with him and he walks in holiness. We are reminded in this lesson that ideas leave not their source. That's a really central thought within the course, meaning that being a thought from the mind of God, we will forever remain there. We cannot be apart from our source. We share life with the one who gave us life. We share all attributes, characteristics with God. And that includes the light that shines within each of us. And this light exists and it's recognized by all living things that see who walks alongside of them. The light encompasses the world and all that lives. In joy and laughter, the idea of sin is gone, as is the past. If we do not recognize our companion on the path we walk now, we can ask, who walks with me? And the more we ask, the lesson says 1,000 times a day, we will release all doubt and come closer to the certainty of God. Lesson 157, into his presence would I enter now. This lesson begins that this is a day of silence and of trust. And this is a day to begin to feel the joy of life, joie de vivre, right? Again, the metaphor of the door appears to signify that we are coming closer to our goal and we will feel the touch of heaven. We are entering the happy dream where this world will depart from our awareness. Although we will return to the world after we have had our experience of heaven, the world will not seem to be the same as when we left. This world will take on more light, and neither it nor you will seem to be the same. The vision of Christ's face will remain with us, and we will remember him, and we will know him again. Lesson 158. Today I learned to give as I receive. We have received the knowledge that we are a mind in mind, just talked about it, and we are only mind. We are not bodies. We received our truth when we were created, and we are still part of the mind of creation. Everything that lives also has that truth within them. Remembering or knowing this is the individual experience we must have. Truth dawns upon us We believe this will take time, but since time is not anything except an illusion, we can access this whenever our doubting ends. This lesson has two important facts. One, we have written a script, and the experience of it will come when our doubting ends. And two, we are looking at this journey from the point of completion. It's over, but we do not believe it, so we are experiencing it again. Our experiences have given us the gift of vision. We cannot share our experiences because they are only ours, but we can share the gift of Christ's vision. His vision sees the holy and the complete in everyone. Bodies are not the child of God, but there is a light beyond them which we perceive. There is no separation. You've heard that before. This vision and its effects we can teach because we have received them. We will not see anyone as a body filled with limitations today. Today we only view the holiness in all. And every time we meet another, we let Christ's vision shine on them and us. 159, I give the miracles I have received. Remember when I said the course is repetitive? Well, here we go again. Okay. We have to receive to have in order to give or extend. And this applies to the ego world as well as in real reality. 2 capital R's there, okay? This lesson speaks of Christ's vision. It is through his vision that we truly can see this world as a reflection of the heavenly realm. All miracles originate from this source. It unites the giver and the receiver as one, and we bridge these two worlds together into holiness. All healing is accomplished in that union. Now there is no sickness, no lack, nothing is denied. Heaven is restored to our awareness, and all are welcomed home. This lesson tells us of the miracle store, or actually it says the store of miracles, where everything is always supplied. You know, this is where we can receive and give, and everything will increase, and there are never empty shelves, okay? Lesson 160, I am at home, fear is the stranger here. Wow. Lovely lesson. Yeah. We are at home in the awareness of heaven. It's not a place, it's an awareness. When I align my mind with the fear, I am then denying my true self. I do not know who I am. And that is the one thing that every living thing must know about itself. If not, they're a stranger to themselves. The real stranger here is fear. Fear does not belong in the heavenly realm. It is an alien. As I say, love and fear cannot be roommates. Okay? We must know and claim our home, knowing this is where we are meant to be. There's a wonderful syllogism in paragraph 4 of this lesson that says, if you are real, then fear must be an illusion. And if fear is real, then you do not exist at all. So that's, a little food for thought there. And so which do you want to believe? In fear or in your existence? Good news, if we feel lost and do not remember we are God's child, we will be found by the one whose vision is a miracle. Our brother will come to us and bring us home. We will not be forgotten or left behind. We go home to be with our Father, Creator, Source. Ideas leave not their source. Okay. And lesson 161, give me your blessing, Holy Son of God. The phrase to welcome in the Christ is simply to ask for a blessing, and with this atonement at one mint, it's complete. Our minds are abstract, meaning that they're free from thinking about things in form. Form is always associated with the ego mind. Our holy mind only holds thoughts of oneness. And this mind, that mind, our holy mind, knows we are all one. One brother is every brother. There's no separation between us. One mind is shared by all. The fragmented mind, or the ego mind, sets up rules and specifics and symbols. And the body is a symbol of fear. Our whole mind needs no symbols. A healed mind only has love within it because it only has what is real and true. And because the body is a symbol of fear, it is also what is always attacked. Fear can never be satisfied. It's always searching for the demise of the body of its enemy, and every body is its enemy. Fear, like love, perceives its image everywhere, but what fear sees is an illusion, because we always meet ourselves. So if my mind is based in love, who I meet and how I perceive it will be coming from that loving part of my mind. But if fear is in charge, I will always meet someone that's going to attack me, right? Okay, so we practice seeing our brother today as the anointed one today, the one who will forgive us every belief in sin, so we are now free. And lesson 162, the last one for this week, is I am as God created me. Yes, you've heard it before. This is the third time that this favorite lesson, one of my favorite lessons, has appeared. And of course, it has also been presented many times in different words, but in many, many lessons, if not all of them, truthfully. It's a major thought that will completely change everything if we accepted it as true. This thought, it says it would save the world. And these words save the world by having the world of form and pain completely disappear, recognizing that that world is only an illusion. Now we can awaken because we have accepted our creation and the dream is over. In many ways, I see this lesson as a love letter to us from our Father. It states in paragraph 5, we honor you today. Perfect joy is available for us, and it is the remedy for all negativity of any kind. The light has come because I am as God created me.
Janet, as you mentioned in the beginning, definitely these are a set of very confronting lessons, right? As we're wrapping up this first section, you mentioned there that is helping us clear our minds,
Right.
making space, right, of the ego ideas.
Yeah.
So, because you need to make that space for new stuff to come in.
Right. We're decluttering.
Decluttering it up.
We're decluttering our minds.
Perfect. So, for that, I would love to go to the concepts in lesson 158 about the giving and receiving that keeps appearing again and again, right?
And it will continue to. Okay. Yes.
And in order for us to be able to give what we want to give and to expand, that's part also of the purification. If we're not giving what we want, we have to go back, purify our minds, see what we are giving, because if we don't like what we're receiving, we have to look at what we're giving.
Right, and we have to purify our minds so that we're going to have the thoughts within them that not only do we want to give, but the ones that need to be given, okay? And then we will receive them back, and as the Course says, and tenfold. We'll get them back even more than what we gave.
Perfect. That makes complete sense. And part of that is also, it was mentioned that sin is gone as is the past. Mm-hmm. Right? And part of that purification is for us to understand that past is gone and not to be trapped by it. Exactly.
Right. There's a lesson that says, the past is gone. It can touch me not. And that's it. I mean, it's obviously true in this world and in, heavenly realm. The past isn't here now, but we hold on to it and we drag past thoughts and problems with us. I always use the metaphor of a backpack, and now I hear others are doing it as well, that, we carry our backpack around and we keep putting our rocks in it, and of things that are our grievances and our judgments, and with enough of rocks and stones within it, then we won't be able to move forward. It will be weighed down, and I can't move at all.
That's a great way to put it. So that would be an invitation for all of us to see also if we are staying trapped by our past, to let go of that. That is part of that purification.
Yes.
Okay. And if there's something that you don't like what you're receiving, look at what you're giving.
Exactly. That's it, because whatever I'm giving is what I'm going to get.
Perfect. And then also the other lesson that I found very interesting is 160.
160.
Which is, I am at home, fear is a stranger here.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to put it, that our nature is, fear again is of the ego, is ego's creation, right?
Exactly. Made by ego creates nothing.
He made it, and
the
fear
ego
is
made
by
it. Right.
And again, if we find ourselves, because fear has many different faces.
Yes.
Would be good to
Yes.
go back to this lesson and kind of have it in mind to help us that purification process as well, right? That to kind of see fear and how that was made, and how we can help us to purify our
fear
mind.
will appear in very many forms, and it's as slight as a sigh of distress or confusion. That is fear. And it's, there is either joy or there is fear or pain. And we're not going to have both at the same time. Like, when I said that fear and love
they
cannot
be roommates. That was,
right.
I had that noted as well.
So it's like, in one of the early lessons, it says that, that even the slightest sigh we're blocking love's awareness and presence to us whenever we are anything less than happy and joyful. We're meant to be happy. God's world is happy.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak for everybody as a student, but I know that sometimes in life when we are not completely there, because here, therefore, we're studying this course to help us through the journey to get there, to be more peaceful, to be more relaxed. So the invitation would be to do that, look in your life at the doubts that you might have, and how fear is reflected that, and how also the past could be those two things that will help to our purification.
Right, definitely.
And then to close it up, and like always, this lesson that appeared for a third time. That's the only, right?
Right, I am as God created me.
I think for me, that's one lesson that kind of centers, is a great anchor for whatever is happening, to truly understand, because that gives you some center, right?
Yes.
And especially in this purification process.
Right. It reminds us that the truth of who we are and what our source is, and that I am not a body because God didn't make bodies.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I think that's a great, guys, is a great guarantee as a student when you are trying to learn this and purify your mind, is that doesn't matter what you did in the past or what has happened, you are not broken. You are as God created you.
Right.
And that you have to know and have certainty, and that's a guarantee.
Right, and He loves us just the way we are. So, there were a few old favorite lessons this week, and one that's actually becoming a new favorite. And I hope you enjoyed them as much as Carlos and I did. So, and remember, this is a grassroots channel, and we appreciate all of your support by sharing and subscribing. And remember, you can reach us with comments or questions either on a YouTube channel. You can leave a comment or email us at iampracticallyspiritual@gmail.com. And by the way, we're always talking about smiling. Did you know that stress is decreased with a smile? So
Makes sense.
So that's what we're going to remind you to
Breathe and
smile.
Put it in practice. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.